Uh-oh. We got another crew member speaking out and saying that Blake Lively is a mean girl? Say it ain't so.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? Yes, guys, we are back at it again with another Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively situation. And what's really interesting about this is that, well, let's be real. We are now hearing the same thing all over again from a whole other person. We got another crew member speaking out and saying that, yeah, she was a meanie. Blake Lively was a mean girl. And she treated not only just him, but other people like trash on set, even Leighton Meester. There's some interesting information about her Gossip Girl co-star in here as well, which is wild. And again, let me just say this too, guys. Crew members are going to tell you what's really going down because they're the ones that are getting the true person. All right. They're getting the true treatment of that star. Sure, for the most part, these stars and their co-stars are going to treat each other with some certain level of respect. But at the same time, it's really how they treat everyone else. And I mean, from the director all the way down to the production assistant, basically the step and fetch it guy, okay, or girl. It's really how they treat them too. Those have the lasting impression. Yes, it's going to be the same thing with the actors as well. But at the same time, these are the ones that are the unsung heroes of the movies. It takes a village to make a movie. And I truly believe that every single member on that crew that makes the movie, and like I said, from the director to the PA, they all should be given the same amount of love and respect. Absolutely. Because without each and every single one of those people, the whole film would crumble. It would fall apart. They're important. Just as important as that person that's standing and saying the lines. Don't get me wrong. Being on camera and doing all that work is a lot of work. But what about all the other guys that are doing the grunt work to make sure you look amazing as well? It takes a village. And if you only treat your co-stars with respect and you treat your crew members like trash, those people are going to remember. And then when something scandalous or some scandals happen, like this whole situation with Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds and all that information is going to start seeping out. And that's what we've been seeing recently. So a simple favors assistant director speaks out. She just did that a couple weeks ago. She said she walked away from the business, the thing that she loved the most because of this experience that she had with Balake. All right. And of course, there's more and more people that have been speaking out in either just in chat forums and underneath the Instagram posts and all that stuff. But more and more crew members are speaking out and saying the same thing. They're all saying and echoing the same doggone thing, that Blake Lively is a butto. Yeah, allegedly. All right. And it's pretty interesting, to say the least, and heartbreaking. Because again, we should all be treating each other with absolute respect. Every single person's part is a major part in making that movie. There are no small roles. There are no small parts when it comes to making a movie. Every piece is important. And if one thing falls apart, the whole project crumbles. But let's take a listen to this, or take a look at this, all right? We have the production assistant, a PA, glorified runner. He was on Gossip Girl, and he's saying he was getting bullied. He's being treated like trash by Balake. And apparently not only just himself, but the crew. Let's take a look at this. And it's crazy, all right? So she's being accused of being a mean girl and being mean to people, okay? As if, and I can't say the B word. I can only say it a few times, okay? As if these platforms, you get me? As if she was still in high school. This is what a former runner on Gossip Girl revealed, all right? So his name is Ewood. He encountered the under fire actress when the beloved TV show was filming a few episodes in Paris in the summer of 2010. It was the budding producer's first time working on set, which could be really exciting, right? Where his main role was delivering water bottles to Blake's trailer, as well as co-star Leighton Meester. All right. Despite being greeted by Leighton, warmly by Leighton, the assistant producer then 23, claims he was given the silent treatment by Blake after simply saying hi. Unfortunately, this is what he said. Unfortunately, my experience with Blake was not good. She came across as a bully. When fans wanted to take pictures with them, Leighton was always available. But Blake didn't really have the time, which seems very on par. Okay, seems on beat to what we've been hearing and learning about Blake so far. All right. And again, this Nepo baby, let's be real. All right. She's been born with a silver spoon in her mouth. So she gonna treat people like trash because she can. I don't know. And obviously, I'm not defending her, but I'm just it's terrible no matter what. Okay. But it sounds like that's what it is. She's like, oh, you're beneath me. I got things to do. You're beneath me, which is trash. All right. Of course, this is Ewood here, just so you guys can see him. With the crew, it was more the way she was speaking to them like she was a toddler. If she was not having what she wanted, she would start making a scene, just being disrespectful and rude. So in other words, she would have temper tantrums like a little girl. Just, man, I wanted the pink pony. You know what I'm saying? Just full on having a hissy fit. Okay, the allegations come as the 37-year-old actress is in the midst of a bitter legal feud, which we already know all about that. She's accused him of SH, which we already know that as well. Let's continue on, though. And this is Leighton Meester. And apparently she's a sweetheart. At least she was a sweetheart on the set of this TV show. All right. And of course, Ewood is saying something as backing those claims as well. All right. Ewood alleged uncomfortable experience with Blake took place when Gossip Girl took to Paris to film the opening episodes of season 4. He had been working as a young volunteer runner for 2 days when cast and crew were traveling across the French capital to film scenes. He says, I had always been very interested in working on films and TV shows, so I studied hard. It was a dream of mine to be on this set. It was only when I arrived on set that I realized it was Gossip Girl. There were loads of fans outside as most of the shooting was done at specific tourist spots in Paris. This took place in July 2010 when Gossip Girl was a household name. The show was so powerful, even celebrities and actors were watching it. It was huge. I was working across the various white trailers, providing water, moving equipment around and things like that. In other words, a full-on PA, okay, glorified PA, which is when I first saw Leighton Meester. She was the first person I saw, and I said hi to her, to which she replied, hello, and that was it, right? Then I saw Blake, and I said hi to her as well. She didn't respond or give any acknowledgement. It was as if I did not exist. So she just basically was like, you're nothing. You're beneath me. You're just a PA. You're a step and fetch it guy, right? Like I said, there's no small parts. Moving on. Ewood spent the next few days working around the trailers, worrying that he was not meant to have said hello. Yeah, like, and there's a lot of those kind of stories we hear, like, if you see Jim Carrey, don't look at him straight in the eye, stuff like that. You hear those kind of stories, and some of those stories are true. I wouldn't say all of them are true, but some of those stories are true, and that's crazy. And I think that's absolutely nuts. Okay, like, leave this actor alone. He's got things to do. He's got better things to do than to say hi to you. Forget you, man. Don't treat these people like they're peons. See, this is the thing that really aggravates me. The people that are out here that think that they're better than the people that are around them. And a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, sometimes we see some of these stars that were going to be big names suddenly fizzle out. They suddenly disappear. Why? Because their energy is off. Because they sit there and they act like their ish don't stink. And then the rest of the world catches on to that. And then there's no interest in that person anymore. Like those young starlets that think that they're the next big thing. And they walk around acting like they're the next big thing, only to find out that their movies that they have coming out after they've been coming off with the air of, oh yeah, I'm the bomb, you should worship me. You'll find out. You'll see that the movies just flop. No one cares. No one wants to watch them. Or their movies are bad because they're just not as good as they think that they are. And that's a very interesting thing. It doesn't happen very often, but we see it from time to time. Okay. That next, oh, she's so hot right now, she's going to be a big star, or, oh, he's so gorgeous, or he's so talented, he's going to be the next Brad Pitt. And then what happens to the guy? Nothing. He gets in a couple movies and then he disappears, right? Because the people get tired of seeing his egotistical ass. Another thing that I hate more than anything in the world, and this is just on a real world level, people who treat servers at a restaurant like they're nothing, like they're servants, like they're freaking slaves. I hate that more than anything in the world, that suddenly there's a class system as soon as you walk into this really nice restaurant. And it's not even like your steak wasn't cooked right. It's just from the beginning. Like, this should be this should be that, treating that person like absolute trash. I hate it more than anything in the world. I have seen it firsthand. And I'm telling you right now, sorry for the side note, but if you on a date and you see somebody treating the server like trash from the get-go, not because the server was trashy or rude. I'm saying the server is treated like trash solely because he or she is a server. Just get up and leave. Hey, the date was cool. You know what I mean? No. We going halvesies on this. Okay. I'll pay for the bread. All right. I gotta go. See you when I see you. Okay. That's it. We see this time and time again. It's not only just happening on film sets. It's also happening. It's happening in real life, in restaurants. Okay. When you get into an Uber, when you're riding the bus, anytime you have to deal with anybody who's serving you, you'll see some people treat the people, that server or that employee, like absolute trash. And it's terrible. It is a terrible feeling. And that person should never be treated that way. We need to be better about those things as well. But I'll get off my soapbox. Let's move on, though. After that, he claims, after like going up and saying hi to her, and apparently can't say hi to her, he's worried about that, right? So after that, he claims his job became difficult, quote unquote, difficult with Blake acting disrespectfully towards him, making jokes and making fun of him in what he said was a really passive aggressive way. Again, it's like, how dare you say hi to me? You know what I mean? That's trash. Whenever I had to go near Leighton's trailer, it was really easy. There was no animosity or anything. But when I had to go close to Blake's, it was very difficult. I was never told not to speak to the actors, but I didn't even think I was having a conversation with her. I was just saying hi, trying to be nice. And the way Leighton was acting was so nice to everyone, even the fans around and other people from the crew. She was so lovely to be around, but Blake was just a nightmare. I witnessed the way she was talking to other people on set, crew, other actors, and it just wasn't a good vibe. When filming wrapped, Leighton asked him what his plans were now, and when Ewood told her that he wanted to be a singer, she told him that it was great and wished him good luck, which is so kind, right? He did not speak to Blake, he said. I don't think I would want to speak to her either, if that was the case. What is funny is that on the show, her character was never portrayed as a mean person. That was Leighton's character. In real life, Leighton was amazing and still is, but Blake was the mean one in real life. Isn't that interesting? I'm telling you right now that like some of those guys were like the kindest on camera. They're like usually the biggest a-holes in real life sometimes. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, he taught me how to spell. You know what I mean? He taught me the alphabet, and then only to find out he's just some monster, right? Since Blake's row, okay, with Justin, all right, Ewood, who's currently working on a documentary, all right, decided to speak about his treatment. He claims others who have worked with Blake for longer periods of time have also had bad experiences with her, but are too scared to speak out, which is interesting. Again, I would love to hear all these other crew members on the whole that were a part of the whole experience with Gossip Girl. I would love to hear what they got to say, right? Because I'm sure they saw all kinds of stuff, mood swings, attacks, mean girl moments, like what Ewood went through. I'm not trying to bash Blake Lively. I'm just talking about my experience and the fact I saw her acting like a bully. This has nothing to do with Justin Baldoni. This happened in 2010, way before Justin Baldoni. There is a reason why so many people coming from different places all over the world still have the same experience of her. What does that say? All of us had the same kind of experiences with her. Now, same type of experiences with her. Again, that's very interesting, right? Now, of course, apparently there were alleged tensions between Blake and Leighton, okay? And they were well documented over the years, with sources closest to the actress claiming the pair never saw eye to eye. Gossip Girl's executive producer told Vanity Fair in 2017, Blake and Leighton were not friends. Blake is very much in the moment. Blake knows what's happening, like what's in and what's hip. All right. You talk to Blake about on a very contemporary level, and she would be like, "I'm doing this tonight. Have you been to this restaurant?" Yeah, she was. She's too busy trying to be a star. I'm trying to do what all the kids are doing. I want to be in the in crowd. I want to get out there and be and enjoy all that very on the surface BS, right? Leighton, in contrast, had a quote unquote very removed and very quiet demeanor, and that after her scenes were done, she would wander the stage. Interesting. Elsewhere, New York Magazine quoted sources in 2008 saying the duo tended to avoid each other like the plague while filming the series. The rivalry escalated to the point that other Gossip Girl cast members reportedly had to choose sides. Like I said, it's insane that it got to that place. But the fact that it got so high school, right? Like the set became high school, and it's either you're on my team, you're on my side, or you're not on my side. It's pretty ridiculous and pretty insane. Okay. But again, the fact that you're hearing from a crew member basically saying, listen, I went through some BS with this woman. This woman did not make my experience any better while I was there. And it was so bad, she left a lasting impression on not only just myself, but on other crew members as well. So much that we wanted to leave the gig, leave the career path that we were on to go do other things because we're not happy. We were going through hell. This is the thing. Again, this shows that there is a history, that there's a pattern. She was spreading rumors about Penn Badgley before she ended up dating him later on, which is weird. But she was known to spread rumors about him and all that. Again, we're hearing more and more BS about this woman and how terrible she really is or was or whatever. That maybe she has a history of doing things and she just has not learned to stop doing those things. And now it's just gotten to a level in which now her career could be completely destroyed solely because of potential lies that she's put out about Justin Baldoni. Again, if you have a history of doing certain things, it's going to come back and bite you right in the booty. And we're seeing that now. And now we got a crew member who, like he said, he's like, I have nothing to do with Justin Baldoni. My stuff happened 15 years ago, but I still remember it. And she did this all the time. You see, people are seeing this as an opportunity to really show what kind of person she is. They are now forced to show her true colors because she already showed it in this lawsuit. And now people are going, wait a second. No, she's done this before, guys. And she should pay for that. That's at least what these people are saying. It's sad, guys. Again, like I said, there are no small roles when making a movie. If you're spouting out lines or if you are running around and getting coffee, everyone should be treated with a level of respect, same level of respect, period. But again, we always see these stars that think that they're bigger than anyone else, treating everyone like dirt. And now we're seeing that in full force right now with all these crew members coming out and speaking out. And I guarantee you there's going to be more people talking. There's going to be more crew members speaking out. Wait for it, because it's coming. And when it does, it's just going to make things even worse for Balake. So, what say you guys? What are your thoughts on this? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Don't forget to crush that subscribe button. Oh my gosh. Will she have a career after this? I don't know. I doubt it. But you never know. She is a Nepo baby. And Hollywood can be real fickle. At first they go, ooh, like she has leprosy. And then 2 seconds later, they bring her back in and she's playing small roles in TV shows and movies. So, we'll see what happens here, guys. This case is not over yet, for sure. And when more information comes out, we're going to be talking about it. Anyway, it's time to get going, guys. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.